Good morning. Now, it's a beautiful day. Birds are out hanging about, playing. Elsa did go for a walk and she's come back straight onto the bed to be with me. I think she's just so glad that I'm home. Batty's out with Bear for his morning walk and Simon. Jason's still snuggled down. I think he's not ready to get up yet, and that's cool. And yeah, it's an interesting start to my first day back at Creative Roots. There's going to be a lot of changes going on around here, in so many ways, and I'm looking forward to that because there's a lot of things been going on that I suppose with everything that's happened that needed to happen to get me to where I am now, there's got to be a lot of alterations to move forward, to be able to grow. And growth means change, and there's going to be a lot of it. So now I've got the main priority is healing, really slowing down and healing, which is interesting because I arrived home. I'm a doer. I'm a human doing, and I do take time to slow down, but when I look around and everything is not how I'd have it, it's a big mess actually. Big mess everywhere. So for me, it's going to be very interesting letting go, and not because I'm not physically capable of doing things. I can't move a chair, I can't pick up my dog, can't hold a chicken. I can feed them. I can feed them twice a day. I don't think I can feed the dogs even, because of the lifting and carrying and stuff that's involved whilst feeding the dogs. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting unfolding to see how things happen and to feel into things and to find a way of putting all my stuff away, and putting things clean, tidy in a way where they need to be. Trying to get things back to where they should be on shelves and stuff, so I know where they are, because quite a lot has moved and changed, and it doesn't take long, does it, for somewhere that's tidying, somewhere that's a very small space to get filled with things that are just been put down for a minute, and before long you have a lot of things that's going to take a lot more minutes to put right. So it's not a problem, it's just one of those things that's I'm just looking at thinking, okay, it's alright. I'm not stressed about it, I'm not worried. I know that a little bit at a time it's all gonna just go back right again, and then I'll be able to, or maybe even during this time I'll be able to start to look at things and not think, oh, like, oh, why is the tea bags hanging out of the spice rack? Things like that, you know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch and to see lots of confirmations of why it was important to make choices that I did. And I tell you what, there's something special about coming back to your space and having someone there, or having a couple of people here at the moment who you feel comfortable to share space with, because you can let go of being the person trying to care for. You know, you can let go of hosting, you can let go of all that kind of thing and just be with your aches and your pains and your groans and your discomfort, and your not have to think about what you're thinking about and what you're saying. You can just be, everything just be in that moment, instead of that having to stop yourself and be worried to think. So I'm really, really glad it didn't work out with the couple that came, because I couldn't imagine coming back and having to try and defend myself while in this state, or even allowing myself to be any form of vulnerable, because it was just the wrong energy. So I'm really glad that they went, and I'm really glad they're not here. And I know that they're not going to come back. They asked, I know they said they wanted to leave and they didn't want to stay here, and I needed to sort someone out. But after that they didn't go, and then they did go, and they left a message saying, oh, we're only local, and you know, if you want us back. And that's really lovely of them, but this isn't the right place for them. Like, they're lovely people, but this is not the right place for them. And I'm going to be even more careful who comes now. That's one of the changes with the project. No one's coming unless we've met through videos, and that's everyone. And we've had some kind of, I don't know, conversation, connection. Because without the connection, I mean, loving everyone and serving everyone's beautiful. But when there's some people that are just not wanting what they say they're wanting, and if you try and help, then you're wasting your own energy. So I'm not up for helping people that don't want to help themselves. I'm not up for sharing space with people that are controlling or manipulating or change the energy here. Here is, you know, so important that people can just settle down and be, on a sad day be sad, and on a happy day be happy, and not try and hide truth, but also take full responsibility for their happiness, sadness, all of it, all of everything. Like, because when people don't want to take responsibility for their own stuff and they blame it on others, it's just not a nice energy to be in. So it's really important for me that doesn't continue. So I'm really grateful for being back. I'm grateful for waking up in my own bed. I'm grateful for the love of the animals. Grateful that everything here is happy and alive and well. I'm also grateful, really grateful for Jason and his journeying and his driving and his patience and his putting the tent up and taking it down and the stop in France, me and his home, and sharing that, sharing a home. It's a personal private space, and a house is a lot smaller than this space here. When we share space at Creative Roots, we have a lot of space where we can get lost in and not see each other. It's very different when you're in a van, or which is your van house, or when you're in a little tiny house. So it's been an absolute blessing and an adventure, and I couldn't think of anyone better to spend that adventure with and make those memories with. So Jason, I'm so grateful. Thank you. So with that, I'm gonna sit and wait for Simon to come back, and then concentrate on getting dressed, which will be today's first challenge.